Hi and welcome to a brand new video. My name is Kim Wilvanen and I'm the founder of EnduroSchool.com. It's an online training school for Enduro, where we have gathered some of the best riders in the world, teaching our members how to improve as riders. Check out all the links is in the description below if you want to know more. In this video, I will share the 5 most common mistakes I see when training and teaching Enduro to others. So, let's dive into the mistakes directly. The first 4 mistakes I see is on the bike. And all of them you can actually adjust very simple to get the proper setting and avoid these mistakes. First mistake I want to bring up is that I see many riders with an incorrect sag setting. This means that the preload on the rear suspension is not correctly adjusted. This is a very important setting to measure and adjust. If the sag setting is too hard, meaning too much preload on the spring, it will make the bike very nervous in the rear, especially when going over rocks and roots or when braking hard. If you're not sure about your sag setting, pause this video and go and check it now. And you can also check the service manual for the right setting for your specific bike. If the sag is too much, meaning the spring is compressing too much between the static sag and the rider sag, then the bike will become very heavy and hard to turn in fast corners. It will also be hard to keep the bike staying in the corners. The front wheel will tend to climb out of the rut. So this is a very important setting to adjust on your bike, so it's behaving like it should. You might also need to change the rear spring to be able to set the sag correctly, so the spring is correct for your weight. So the second most common mistake I see is that the levers are pointing too much downwards. This will cause that you won't have a strong and good grip with your hands on the handlebars. I know that pointing them down will make it a little bit more comfortable when standing up, but trust me, you will have more strength in your hands if you keep the levers more flat, almost straight out from the handlebars in the same level as the ground. If you don't have a strong grip on the handlebars, it will be harder for you to brake really hard and you will easily lose your body position, making you struggling into corners. Third most common mistake I see is people using handle raises. Using them will give you a bit more comfortable feeling when standing up, but if you use them because your back is getting tired, then please train your back. Using racers will affect the balance on your bike. Look at the really fast riders, how low they keep their handlebar, like Josef Garcia or Mikael Persson, who's running the GP. Also worth mentioning is Joachim, our co-founder and 2-time world champion, is almost 2 meters tall and he never uses racers. He sometimes uses a little bit higher handlebar. The fourth most common mistake I see is that the foot brake pedal is not adjusted properly. The slack is too big. When the bike comes out from the factory, especially KTM and Husqvarna, they adjust the brake level so it takes quite low when using the rear brake. I always adjust it so it takes higher up, so the slack is smaller. If the pedal is not adjusted properly and the slack is too big, you will need to adjust your whole body and lean forward to be able to brake. This will affect your braking capacity a lot, since you can't brake as hard as you should. You get me on this one? To be able to brake, you have to move your whole leg instead of just the ankle on your bike if the slack is too big. I see directly on someone if the setting is not correct. So the last and most common mistake I see, maybe you haven't heard or thought about this before, but it's actually breathing. Many of you out there forgot to breathe, especially when it's time for race. Holding on to the handlebars very hard, shallow breathing, that builds up carbon dioxide and lactic acid very fast, and it will definitely cause cramps in your hands, arms and shoulders. It will also affect your focus a lot. So what should you do? Try this next time you're out riding. Before you start racing, take 10 really deep breaths, and also when riding and you have like a straight or somewhere you can relax, try to think about your breathing. Be aware to take deep breaths so you fill your body with oxygen again. That will help you a lot, especially maintaining focus. And of course, when you get more comfortable on your bike, you will relax more and your breathing will become more naturally, and that meaning that you will also breathe deeply. Last time I raced the Swedish Championship, I went all in on the breathing. I did some breath work on every service stop. I had good focus throughout the whole day of racing like I actually never had before. So there they are, my 5 most common mistakes I see when training and supporting riders. If you know that one or more of these tips that you can adjust or apply on your own riding, Do it and let me know in the comments below what it did for you. And also, don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. And if you want more training in depth, please check out all the links in the description, where we have a full school of training with some of the best riders in the world teaching you how to improve as a rider. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you for watching.